So this is just for fun. Obviously, if you want to be diagnosed, please go talk to a doctor. I'm just taking it for fun, cause why not? You know, I was diagnosed with ADHD. Well, ADD at the time. Now it's ADHD, and then dyslexia. So there might be some overlap there. But by the way, this is a free site that anyone can take the test on. Obviously, don't take these results like too literally. Like, yes, they can give you like an inkling if you should get tested or not. So, I am a sympathetic person. I would say I am. I often use words and phrases from movies, televisions, and conversation. I don't think so. Maybe phrases sometimes, but mostly when I was younger. Nowadays, not as much anymore. But I'm often surprised when others tell me I've been rude. I mean, yeah, kinda. Sometimes I talk too loud or too softly. Yes, yes. It used to be too quiet, and now apparently for my dad, it's too loud at times. So I often don't know how to act in social situations. Yeah, I'm so fucking awkward. I can put myself in other people's shoes. Yes. I have a hard time figuring out what some phrases mean, like you're the apple. Yeah, I have to have people explain it to me. And that's always been that way. I only like to talk to people who share my special interests. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe only now because I had to be like open to talking about other things. I focus on detail rather than the overall idea. Perfectionist? No, not me. I always notice how food feels in my mouth. This is more important to taste. I do notice how food feels in my mouth, but I don't think it's more important to taste. Maybe when I was younger, maybe. I miss my best friends or family when I'm apart for a long time. I feel like that's only when I was young. Nowadays, I don't. Not really so much. Sometimes I offend others by saying what I'm thinking, even if I don't. Yeah, I do. I do try and think about things first, but like sometimes I like to think and talk about a few things that I'm interested in. Kinda, yeah. Like I'll talk with other people about other things, but I'm not as interested in the conversation. Although again, not true when I was young. I'd rather go out to eat in a restaurant by myself than with someone I know. Nah, I'd rather go with someone else. I don't like sitting in a restaurant alone. I cannot imagine what I would be like to be someone else. I cannot imagine what it would be like. Nah, I can put myself in other people's shoes. I have been told that I'm clumsy and uncoordinated. No. Others consider me odd or different. Yeah. When I was a kid, in elementary school, people thought I was weird for wanting to be called Ash instead of Ashley because I liked Pokemon so much and I liked Ash Ketchum. And apparently I erased this from my memory until I went back to Austria in like 2014. And one of like the people that I went to school with that I ran into, she was like, "Yeah, you remember this?" And I was like, no. What are you talking about? Yeah, I was special. Understand when friends need to be comforted. Yeah, I do. I'm very sensitive to the way my clothes feel when I touch them, how they feel is more. Yeah, I do like my comfy clothes. My mom, she always wanted me to look nice and stuff like that, but it was like the most uncomfortable clothes ever when I was in elementary school. One of the shirts had like glitter, like fabric in it. And it was so scratchy and I hated it. I like to copy the way certain people speak, act. It helps me. I do this subconsciously, honestly. Like, I'll realize that I'm like laughing like someone or like using language that someone else will use. I don't think I did it when I was younger. I honestly don't remember. It can be very intimidating for me to talk to more than one person at a time. Depends. It honestly depends. When it's with friends, no. If it's with strangers, yes. So I don't know what to put. I guess true. I have to act normal to please other people and make them like me. Okay, that's only true when I was little because, like, people weren't okay. Now I'm surrounded by people that are just like me. Meeting new people is usually easy for me. Oh, no. I'm so bad at introducing myself and like making conversation with people. I get highly confused when someone interrupts me when I'm talking about something I'm very interested in. I wouldn't say confused, but like annoyed. I don't understand why confused. Why would you be confused? Well, I guess okay, if they're talking about like a whole different subject, like if we're talking about something and then all of a sudden about something else, it is difficult for me to understand how other people are feeling when we're talking. While we're talking, I guess. I guess. I don't know. I like having a conversation with several people, for instance, around a dinner table at school or at work. I would say yes now, if they're my friends. Again, if it's strangers, no. But in high school, I was like mortified of like group activity. Like I like the thought of group activity of like having to cut down like the work for each individual person if actually everyone did their job. But I take things too literally, so I often miss what people are trying to. Yeah. It is very difficult for me to understand when someone is embarrassed or jealous. Jealous, yes. Embarrassed, no. I'll say that. Some ordinary textures that do not bother others feel very. Yeah. There's like, so my grandma had like this weird curtain and I hated the texture of it. It was so gross. Like it made my skin crawl. I was like, why would anyone have this curtain? And then my sister touched it and my dad touched it and they were like, nah, it's fine. And I'm like, it's not making you tingle? I get extremely upset when the way I like to do things is suddenly changed. Yes. I used to throw tantrums as a child. Not anymore as an adult. I just get upset. I've never wanted or needed to have what other people call an intimate relationship. It's difficult for me to start and stop a conversation. I need to keep going until I finish. Yeah, kind of. I speak with a normal rhythm. What does normal rhythm mean? Is it like monochrome? Like, what is a normal rhythm? I feel like my voice is very monochrome. Is it monochrome? Like monotone. Monochrome is colors. I don't think so. Maybe kind of like moderate pacing. Do I speak with moderate pacing? I don't know. Same sound, color, or texture can suddenly change from very sensitive. Sounds for sure. Yeah, I will say. Didn't notice it as a phrase. I've got you under my skin makes me uncomfortable. I mean, a bit, yeah. I also don't know what it means. Sometimes the sound of a word or a high-pitched noise can be painful. Oh, yeah. Like in Japan, when we walk past some of the buildings, they'll have this high-pitched noise and it hurts so bad. I'm an understanding type of person. I think I am. I do not connect with characters in movies and cannot feel. No, I don't think that's true. I cannot tell when someone is flirting with. Me not noticing. Noble's asking me out 3 different times. Me just thinking he's nice. Yeah. I can see in my mind in exact detail things that I'm interested in. Yeah. I keep lists of things that interest me even when they have no particular use. For example, sports. No, but this sounds like someone I know. It sounds like angry. When I feel overwhelmed by my senses, I have to isolate myself and shut down. Yes. I like to talk things over with my friends. Yeah, true now, I would say. I cannot tell if someone is interested or bored in what. Oh, yeah. It can be very hard to read someone's face, hands, body movement. Yeah. The same thing, like clothes or temperature can feel very different to me at different times. Yeah. I feel very comfortable with dating or being in social situations with others. I'd say true now. I try to be as helpful as I can when other people tell me their personal problems. Yes, I try to be helpful. That's always been that way. I have been told that I have an unusual voice, for example, flat, monotone, childish. I haven't had anyone tell me, but I think I do. I feel like I have a monotone voice, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I haven't had anyone tell me that, but I myself think. I think it's flat, monotone. Okay, so it is. Okay. I figure it was monotone, but like I don't know. I haven't had anyone tell me. Sometimes a thought or a subject gets stuck in my head and I have to talk about it. Yeah. I do certain things with my hands over and over again, like flapping, twirling. Yeah. See, now, like, I have to, like, play with my hair with my hands or, like, with my ring. I used to like bite my nails a lot. It was so bad that my mom got like that nail polish that like tasted really bad. Yeah. and then I started the whole hair thing, and then I went back to nail biting, and then I started going back to the hair thing, and then yeah, I'm still stuck on the hair thing. So yeah, it's great. I'm considered a compassionate type of person. I would say so. I get along with other people by following a set of specific rules that help me look normal. I would say when I was young, but I feel like nowadays I don't really have to because, again, I'm around people that kind of are the same. It is very difficult for me to work and function in groups. I don't think so. As long as everyone's doing their work, I think I'm fine in groups. When I'm talking to someone, it is hard to change the subject. If the other person does so, I get upset or confused. I don't get upset nor well, it depends on how much the topic changes. See, all of these are like, it depends. Like, for me, it's hard to change the subject of things. Yes. When someone else does it, not really. And, like, yes, if I haven't said my piece about the previous subject, I guess. Sometimes I have to cover my ears to block out painful noises. Like, yeah. Happens a lot. Like sometimes on rides and theme parks, it's just too loud, so I have to cover my ears. I cut a nice one. What? Is there something you want to tell us? I can chat and make small talk with people. No, I'm terrible at small talk. I for sure have. So what used to be ADD, but now it's called ADHD because it's all an umbrella term. And then I have dyslexia. Those are for sure diagnosed. And then a lot of women get diagnosed with ADHD early on in life, but it's actually autism. Yeah. Dyslexia. Yeah, dyslexia. I always have a hard time writing it. Like, why the fuck did they choose like the hardest word for dyslexic people to write? It's when I was tested when I was like 8 or something, they said I was on the spectrum. All I remember was that I was told I'm basically a melting pot of a bunch of see, for me, it was first grade. I was mixing up my D's and B's and like having a hard time in school and like basically failing first grade. And my teacher went to my mom and was like, yeah, I think she needs to be tested. And then they found out I had ADHD. Some things that should feel painful are not. For instance, when I yeah. I thought I just burned off my nerves. I guess maybe not. I don't know. Wait, was this no. This was in Austria. Because I went to kindergarten. And then I was supposed to start elementary school, but then we moved to Austria. And I was 5. And I like had like half a semester of kindergarten, and then I went to school. Yeah. And people didn't like me there. My one of my very good friends now, she hated my guts because like okay, so when you start school in Austria or Germany, you get something called a Schultüte, which is like a cone filled with like a bunch of school supplies and candy and like a bunch of stuff. And my friend, like my now very good friend, hated my guts because we have the same same Schultüte. But like she's the only person that like is still my friend from then, and like the only girl that didn't bully me in elementary. When talking to someone, I have a hard time telling when it's my turn to yeah. I am considered a loner by those who I would say high school, yes, for sure. I would say. I don't know. I was too stupid, oblivious to ever be bullied, so kids eventually give up. Ah, nice. Nah. It was kind of bad for me. They like even started to hit me, like in the like changing room, to the point where I just like went crying to the teacher, and then the next day we had like an awkward like sitting circle, and like I felt so bad for all the guys because none of the guys were like the bullies. It was all the girls except for my friend, and we were only 7 girls in that class, mind you. Yeah. And then funny enough, right? The main bully, she like made a sleepover party and invited everyone except myself. She didn't even like my friend, who's like still my friend now, right? She like invited everyone, even her, except for me, just because she hated me so much. I was like, what? Yeah, it was something. And apparently, years later, I found out they were bullying me. Well, okay, originally I thought it was because like I never went to like the same kindergarten as they did, and I was a foreigner. But like I heard from other people that it was because my nose looked weird. I'm like, ah, okay, cool, thanks. I like things to be exactly the same day after day, even small. Nah. How to make friends and so yeah. I mean, it's not a mystery to me, but it's hard. It calms me to spin around or to rock in a chair when I'm feeling stressed. Rocking in a chair, yeah. Spinning around, no. The phrase "he wears his heart on his sleeve" does not make sense to me. I will say, when I was younger, I only know it now because like I've been told by people what it means. If I'm in a place where there are many smells, textures, feel right. Yeah, I don't like that. I feel overwhelmed, not frightened, but overwhelmed. I can tell when someone says one thing but means something else. Sometimes, I like to be by myself as much as I can. I like being around people that I know. I'll say that. So I don't think that's true. I keep my thoughts stacked in my memory like they are a filing card, and I pick out the ones I need by looking through the style. The same sound sometimes seems very loud, very soft, even though, yeah. I enjoy spending time eating and talking with family and friends. I will say true now. I don't think as a kid really much. I can't tolerate things I dislike. Yeah. See, the smell of like sandwich meats used to like I used to hate it so much that I would use the cereal box. Okay, mind you, I was like probably like 7 years old. I used to take the cereal boxes and build a fort around me to keep the smell away, but the smell was still there. Yeah. You know, you hate so much. I just hate the smell of like the meat, and like my parents really like Leberwurst, and it smells so gross, and like ugh. When I used to eat cereal, I would smell it and then it would taste like it. I would be so upset. I don't like to be hugged or held. Yeah, I mean, like again, depends on person, but yeah, mostly not. When I go somewhere, I have to follow a similar route. I can get no. It is difficult to figure out what other people expect of me. Kinda, yeah. I like to have close friends, yes. People tell me that I give too much detail. Yeah. I'm often told that I ask embarrassing questions. I don't think so. I tend to point out other people's mistakes. Yeah. 144. um, let's see. um, your response shows a substantial autistic trait. Many people in this range choose a structured autism screening assessment to determine whether autism is the best explanation. What to do next? Many people in this range explore further additional screenings or a structured autism screening to better understand their experience. Some newer research has suggested higher thresholds, such as 1 to 1, may improve specifically in certain clinical populations. Welcome to the club, Hebe. Honestly, I would say don't take this test like too seriously. Like it is a good assessment to see, but don't take this as like a formal diagnosis. But yeah, I'm honestly curious where my dad scores on this. Honestly, very curious. 144. Okay.